Welcome, friends, haters, gentle lovers, and feeders. Join me as we experience together the most bafflingly interesting person on the internet. On today's episode, Amberlynn Reed does basically nothing. Hello, my friends. So Amberlynn uploaded her weekly vlog, number 7, and so you know what that means. It is time for Amberlynn Reed Bingo. And if this is your first time playing bingo, there's a link in the description, and you can click that and it'll generate a random card with all kinds of Amberlynn Reed phrases and concepts and stuff like that, and you can play along as we go. And it's just for fun, but just let me know if you got a bingo in the comments. So it has been a wild couple of days. I've been overwhelmed by all the love and all the people coming in and watching and subscribing, and I just wanted to say thanks. First of all, Mr. Snowflake has shouted me out a couple of times, and then of course Salty Crab made a video and shouted me out today, and that was awesome. And then Apathetic Facts did the same thing. So I just want to say I appreciate all of you and welcome. And a while back, I kind of wondered if I should do some kind of special for the 10,000 subscriber mark, but I really thought I would have a lot more time, and you know, that's a good problem to have. So we haven't been able to schedule it yet, but I'm actually going to be doing another interview, but this time it's going to be with, ready for this? A biomarker scientist with a master's in immunology and a doctorate in clinical pharmacology. Their background is immunology, but moved to cardiovascular and metabolism, and is currently a biomarker lead for clinical trials for semaglutide and GLP-1. Like, that's awesome. So yeah, it sounds like they'll be able to shed some light on, you know, GLP-1 and a lot of the conflicting information that's out there as far as like dosing and things like that. So I'm really interested in that. And I hope you are too, because I think it's going to be pretty fun. Anyway, on to today's episode. She says she was denied GLP-1. And honestly, maybe that's better because she can't stick to it anyway, right? She would just give up before it actually starts working. So maybe it saved her some money. That money that she desperately needs, apparently. I'm lying to myself. Yes, you are doing that. You have been doing that for a long time. Huge kitchen stuff haul. Cool. You know, she just loves spending money on stuff that she really needs. And weekly vlog episode 7. So, if you'd like to like and subscribe, that would literally be hectic. I'm not gonna lie.
Hello, welcome to another weekly vlog. So I'm not really sure how this weekly vlog is gonna go because I initially was gonna take a break, but with time and reflecting, I have decided I'm not gonna take that break.
Wait, she said I'm not sure how this was gonna go because I was gonna take a break. Is she implying that she like schedules activities to do in her vlogs or like that she has an itinerary for her vlogs? She just films herself talking about herself, so what can you not improvise?
I don't really know if like my schedule is gonna be the same. I have zero promises. I'm just gonna wing it for right now because cellulitis is very scary. And for those who don't know what it is literally just a skin infection that can get in a tiny little...
Oh, see, now she's got to hedge a little bit, right? Because she called us all stupid because people were calling her out saying, yeah, you kind of have to have an open wound to get cellulitis. And she went on and said, you're gonna believe Google over me, who's had it so many times?
Open wounds on my leg? No, that is not the way getting cellulitis works. Like, I can't be Dr. Lynn over here because apparently people just want to use Google to find out everything instead of me, someone who has lived this.
And then she comes in and goes, I mean, you can get it in a tiny, tiny cut, but that's not really a wound. Like,
yes, an open wound can cause cellulitis, but you can also get cellulitis with literally, if you have the tiniest little skin scratch that every human has on their skin that you can't even see. Naked to the eye tear, like, because I don't have anything on my legs, on my feet, nothing like that. So when I was in the flood, that's the only thing that makes sense because it was the night before I got it. Flood water is really, really dirty and my skin is sensitive, obviously. But that skin infection, if it's not taken care of.
So even if the flood story is true, which I'm just... I think the flood is more of like a metaphor, you know? She made it through the flood. The flood obviously represents the hate and reaction channels. But I'm still of the mind that she is just not really practicing all that great hygiene, especially on her legs, because it's difficult, you know? And we know how she loves to do difficult things.
care of properly or quickly, it can actually get into your blood and become a blood infection and you could die from it. So it's like I was filming and vlogging for a whole week, and normally when I have cellulitis, in the past when I went to school, in the past when I worked, I did not go to school with cellulitis. I did not go to work with cellulitis.
So when she talked about when she went to school with cellulitis and all that kind of stuff, I'm going to count that as mentions childhood, not traumatic.
I always had a doctor's note because it's not something that you need to mess with, but like as I've gotten older, I noticed that my cellulitis flare-ups are like not as extreme. So that's why I still went to bingo. I still went to the movies with my mom.
So last time I debated whether or not to count her saying went to bingo as the square, because it was originally supposed to be like seeing her go to bingo, but we counted it. So went to bingo counts whether she says went to bingo or she goes to bingo. We're going to count it.
I still did those things, but like I was still feeling under the weather. So even just filming was hard for me, but I did it because I was like, I'm not gonna like not do it because this is.
She did it for you and for me. She's so brave, you know. We could all learn so many lessons from Amberlynn Reed. Strength, perseverance, and stick-to-itiveness, apparently. And I just don't think she understands how lucky she is that she has a job where she can just choose whether or not to do it on a given day. I think at this point, it's happened for so long, she just feels entitled to her job.
But I did it because I was like, I'm not gonna like not do it because this is my schedule and I genuinely have been enjoying it, and I know a lot of you have as well. But you guys have also been able to tell that I have not been feeling the greatest, and it just sucks because when it's something that's super hyper focused in my life right now is me just trying to get better. That is very much what my vlog is going to consist of. So I feel like my last vlog definitely sucked. And I'm very.
So yeah, two things. I love how she says, I've been enjoying my schedule, and I know you guys have too. Like, I mean, maybe there are some babies that are kind of enjoying the consistency, but I can't imagine there are that many people just like waiting for her uploads. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I'd like to hope that there are not that many people. But the other thing too is if your career is talking about yourself, then when you're not feeling well, talking about that would kind of make sense. So coming on and doing a short video saying, I'm not feeling well and this is what's going on. Like, yeah, I think people can expect that because the whole point of your videos is just to talk about yourself. And if that's what's going on, then that's what you should talk about. But Amber is so used to being dishonest about everything that's going on in her life that talking about herself not feeling well seems strange to her, I think.
Very sorry for that. But I wanted to start off this vlog with us listing off things that we are thankful for or grateful for, or things that just like make us happy in our life, or things that we find beautiful in life, or things that make us want to like be alive and stay alive. And yeah, I'm gonna do it on my little MacBook here. So I want us all to do it together. Do it in your brain, get some paper out, do it on your phone, say it out loud.
I don't know, like the idea is good. And I think if it was anybody else, I would be like, hey, that's not a bad idea. But there's just something about Amberlynn, this person who is just wildly entitled and ungrateful and doesn't understand how lucky she is to be where she's at. There's something about her doing it that just feels gross and feels kind of disingenuous, you know?
It does not matter. So I'm just going to type 5 things I am grateful for right now. 1, fur babies, always there, my everything. I also want to do my second one is the people in my life, whether that be friends, my mom, etc., etc.
The ever dwindling number of people in her life. Her mom, her one single friend, end of list. Who is probably Mama Lynn's friend, and Amber just sort of tags along.
I also want to put YouTube, because whether it be me creating content or watching content.
Okay, she is so grateful for YouTube, you guys. She loves it. She loves being on YouTube every day and watching reaction channels. That's her favorite thing to do. You know, that's the funny thing, being on this side of it. You know, I've been a reaction channel connoisseur, if you will, for a while. But being on this side of it, I'm getting comments and stuff. Every once in a while, I'll get one that says that I'm bullying Amberlynn, and I just don't respond. But my thought is, I'm not talking to Amberlynn, you know? I'm talking about her, sure, but I'm not talking to her. If she watches my video talking about her, that's her own damn fault, you know? Now, I know that there are people that like go to her videos and leave mean comments. And I mean, I get that there are people that do go talk to her, but I don't send my videos to her. So if she sees my video and feels bullied, that's her own fault. Bullying, shut up.
It has been a constant for me for like 13 years, and I just love YouTube so much for so many different reasons. My fourth one is literally being alive. I am so grateful.
So, and I will say, she probably does love YouTube because she realizes she couldn't do anything else, you know? And I think maybe every once in a while she has a moment of clarity where she sees other people doing real work and she's like, oh man, I'm glad I don't have to do that shit. So I think every once in a while she does appreciate YouTube, but I think she hates it far more often. And then of course she loves being alive, which that's good. That's a good thing to strive for, you know, loving being alive. That's fine.
To be able to breathe and to exist and to have a home. Fuck, my fifth one is gonna be have a roof over my head.
The only problem is that whole being alive thing. You kind of have to put a little bit of effort into it, or that whole being alive thing isn't going to last very long. So she can love being alive all she wants, but until she actually works at being alive, it's not going to be that way for very long.
Having a roof over my head. Like, I feel like genuinely in like this headspace that I'm in right now, I could probably list 100 things. I feel like those 5 things I list a lot. Now I want to do 5 things that I don't list as much, like just like the little things in life. The sound of rain. It has been storming lately, and normally I'm scared because of tornadoes and stuff, but it's been calming for me. Music. That's not even a little thing, but music. I love music so much. Clean sheets. Do not get me started. Tell me.
Clean sheets, you guys. She really does wash her sheets all the time. Like almost every day. Stop asking me about it. You guys are bullying me. I do not have dirty sheets. I mean, she really wants us to think that she washes her sheets constantly. Why is that? I know Karina had this theory that it was because she was having her girlfriend, her like secret girlfriend, come visit. But she talks about it so much that it's like, what is the obsession with us knowing that you wash your sheets so much? Like, what a weird thing to put in your list of things you're thankful for. Clean sheets. It almost feels like she set this whole thing up just so that she could say, and clean sheets, because I have those all the time.
Me showering and then getting into bed.
Oh, God. That was perfect timing. She set this whole thing up so she could say she has clean sheets, and then she said showering at the, oh my God, of course. Do I have mentioned shower? I hope I do. Oh man, I don't. That sucks. I don't get a lot of bingos. I've only gotten like the very first Amberlynn Reed bingo, I got a bingo bango. But I've only had one since then, so whatever. But oh, that's her favorite thing, you guys. Showering and getting in a bed with clean sheets. Those things that she does all the time.
Sheets. It is literally the best feeling in the world. I'm gonna put Lego, folks. And this isn't something I'm like grateful for, but it's
mentions Lego. I haven't heard her say you guys. She said folks. Maybe I need to put that on there.
Something that I like or that I enjoy is that little tiny like blimp of like happiness that you get, like that.
It's a blip. But you know what? I'm just gonna let it slide. Well, no, I guess I'm not.
Excitement, where you just get like a rush of excitement in your body that literally just comes out of nowhere. I love that. Sometimes I genuinely love just being a human. I'm gonna type that blimp of excitement, or is it called a blip?
What is she on? Like, what is she doing here? I hate to like just sit here and yuck someone else's yum, but this just seems a little weird and performative. She did say she was vaping Delta 8 again, so I mean, I can see her being like at peace with the universe right now.
Blip. I genuinely believe in like positive affirmations. Like the more you put out there, the more you're going to receive. And the more you put out there, like literally the more you're going to feel. Like every single day talking about the things that make you happy and the things that make you feel grateful, like it rewires your brain to focus on those things more instead of like the negatives and like the stresses of everyday life. Hello. So it is the next day. So when I went grocery shopping last, my mom saw Dr. Pepper Zero Blackberry. It was $10.
So those are actually really good. I know it kind of sounds weird, but it's actually pretty good.
For like a pack of 12. So I was like, Mom, I'll buy it for you. And then so she offered me a couple.
Bought something for someone. Oh my God. What a narcissistic thing to say. She said it was only $10 for a pack of 12. So Mom, I'll buy it for you. I know you just don't make as much money as me, so I'll be generous and buy you some soda. Like, what an asshole. And think about like, what was the point in saying that? Literally the only point in bringing her mom up at all in that story, but especially saying I bought the soda for her is just to like either brag or put her down. When you first hear it, it doesn't seem all that like bad or weird, but just think about why she brought her mom into that story at all.
So, all right, we're gonna try it. I love anything Dr. Pepper. Diet Dr. Pepper, regular Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper Zero, Dr. Pepper Cherry, Dr. Pepper Vanilla, like love it all. So blackberry, let's see. Ugh, it smells like I'm really sick and I need to take NyQuil. This literally smells like NyQuil. All right, let's go. Oh, no.
I love it. Yay, she doesn't like it. I can still enjoy it. That makes me feel better about liking it. Obviously, I'm joking. You know, I can like something that Amberlynn likes.
That tastes like medicine. It's genuinely like a mixture of medicine and a mixture of like an alcoholic drink that's like flavored. I don't like this. Yeah, this is...
Oh, damn it. I was hoping she wouldn't do that stupid smacky thing.
Not the greatest to me. I feel like maybe if there was some vanilla in here, but even then, I don't think so. My mom has already tried hers and she likes it. So don't always trust my word over here.
So, okay. That was her work for the day. Think about that. She filmed herself drinking a sip or two or three of Dr. Pepper Zero, and that was her work for the day. Of course, she may have filmed one of her other series on that day, but still, even then, she couldn't have done more than an hour or two of work that day.
All right, you guys, next day.
Nope. You guys, man, we're actually doing pretty good. And these are two that might actually come up. For sure mentions her hair, because that is pretty common. I mean, talking about her ex, this doesn't seem like a video that she would talk about her ex in, but we'll see.
Next day, it is time for my weekly Amazon haul. So this box came...
A weekly Amazon haul now? So the Amazon haul thing in general was really frustrating because so many people are struggling and it's just going to get worse. And a lot of people who are just barely making ends meet now are really going to struggle even more pretty soon. But she's out here just being like, look at how much money I can spend. This is so fun to spend all this money. Watch all the crap that I can buy on a weekly basis. But that is food. So she did talk about food.
So this box came wear and tear. I'll tell you that. I heard of these Built Puff bars. They're collagen protein bars, and I heard that they're super good. I don't like the taste of like whey protein, but most protein bars are not good. But I heard that even people who don't like protein bars, they love these. So I was like, I gotta try them.
Really? You gotta try them? You know what you could do is just not try them, you know? Not eat everything you've heard about. That's a thought.
Try those in a vlog for you guys. So as you guys know, I am trying to drink more water, and I've noticed I've been using a lot of plastic because I drink water bottles because I'm afraid of sink water. I feel like it's contaminated, even if it's filtered. I know it's just...
She's so quirky, you guys. She thinks everything's contaminated. It's just one of those mental illnesses I have. You know, so many of them. I'm so quirky. Oh my God, shut up.
I know it's just my contamination OCD, so please ignore that.
Did she really just say it's my contamination OCD? Now, anybody else, I would think that they were just sort of using OCD as sort of a, albeit kind of inappropriate, colloquial term, right? Because a lot of people say, oh, it's just my OCD, even though they don't really mean the actual disorder. And honestly, it's kind of disgusting that she would say that she's got contamination OCD when there are people out there that actually have contamination OCD, and it can be crippling. It is a serious issue for a lot of people. And the fact that she can so flippantly say, oh, it's just my contamination OCD, just trying to be quirky, is pretty infuriating. She will look for any reason to get attention for some sort of mental illness or get sympathy for something. I mean, anything. I mean, contamination OCD. She has gotten to the point where she's saying she has contamination OCD. Like, shut up. So she was on Instagram and she said this. You're so sensitive. She said, yes, actually, I am. I have a mental illness that has literally been compared to having third-degree burns and consumes the lives of 1 in 10 people who have it. I'm overwhelmed with intense emotions all the time. Of course I'm sensitive. My pain is constant. Now, the third-degree burns thing,
So the lady who created DBT, her name is Marsha Linehan. She said that. She is quoted as saying that people with BPD, when they have these emotions that kind of overwhelm them, it feels like having third-degree burns. So to me, it sounds like she like reads this stuff online or hears it somewhere and goes, ooh, I think I could get a lot of sympathy from that, and then posts it for attention.
Something I have to deal with, not you, and it's really annoying, trust me. And so I used to have a water dispenser, like the big 5-gallon water dispenser type deal like years ago. But during all my moving and all that, I actually got rid of it. And I was like, should I get another one or not? As I was doing research, I saw this guy. You still get to get your 5-gallon water bottle, but you put this water dispenser, it's like an automatic water dispenser on top of it. Like, yeah, it's not gonna be cold water because most 5-gallon thingy-majiggers can't fit in refrigerators, but girl, I have ice, so I'm good. So this is gonna help me continue drinking more water, but using less plastic. Whenever I'm at the grocery store.
So I would kind of like to do a poll. How many of you really believe she was drinking 2 or 3 water bottles every single day? Not likely. But cutting down the plastic at all is better than not, so that's good. So to me, it feels like she's more interested in just buying the crap that can prove that she's working on something, right? Like, it's not the actual drinking of the water, it's the water dispenser. That's what's exciting for her, is buying the crap. Like the Fitbit is a great example. So she buys this expensive bracelet, basically, because she's never really going to use it. I haven't seen it on her, have you? So she buys it, and in her head, she's like, all right, step 1 down. This is a part of the journey as I bought this, so now it's official. I'm really doing it. And it's the same with this water dispenser. She's like, see, I'm really working on my water because I bought this thing, you guys, whether she uses it or not.
Store. Why do I always forget to get Dawn? So I got some Dawn. This is my favorite one. And then last but not least, in one of my last vlogs, I got this Kashima foundation brush. And I love it, by the way. So I also got the blush one because usually I just put my blush on with my fingers. So I was like, I need a brush. All right, you guys, so this stuff is not packed away the way it should be packed away. I'm actually going to be putting it in smaller boxes because I don't think anyone would be able to pick this up. But months ago, something inside of me was telling me, Amberlynn, you need to buy new kitchen stuff. So I said, okay. Plus it's perfect because I know someone who recently just moved into a new home and they actually want this stuff because they need it. We have silverware. We have a whole knife set.
Who could that possibly be? One of these mysterious friends has moved into a new home. Now she's saying that because she knows that if she showed this and didn't mention where it's going or anything, people would just assume she's throwing all that out. And they'd be like, girl, there are so many people that could use that. But I would be really surprised if there's anybody that's actually going to use any of this stuff, like that she's giving it to anybody. She's probably going to film this saying, I've got somebody who's moving into a new home, blah, blah, blah. And then she's going to have the trash valet just take it to the dumpster. Because, she ain't doing that herself.
We have pots and pans and cooking utensils and just all kinds of stuff in here. Even some really good quality Tupperware, but I have enough. So in replace for this, because I've had this.
In replace for this, guys. She got it in replace for that.
Stuff for years and years. I want to do out with the old and with the new. I'm gonna show you guys my new stuff. So I washed my new pots and pans. I had to put all of this together because it came all undone. I had to do.
I'm surprised she didn't say, I had to wash it because I was afraid it was contaminated or something. So maybe she's making strides into not being so fucking insufferable.
The handles.
No, that's not happening.
And everything, but it was kind of fun. So yeah, that's the new aesthetic I'm going for instead of dark. And then here is my new knife set. Isn't it so freaking adorable? And the knives are white speckled. Ooh, I definitely needed a new knife set. I want to start cooking more and I think it's going to inspire me to do so. All my cooking utensils.
She needed these things, you guys. She definitely needed everything here, but she's desperate for this medication and she needs these members to get her money. Is it odd to anybody else that right after she made a video basically begging for money for life-saving medication, she then comes on and does a huge kitchen stuff Amazon haul? Is she that tone deaf? Or do you think this is like a troll? I just think she's so unaware and so entitled that I don't think she even realizes how tone deaf this is.
Were black, and now I have ones that will match with my pots and pans and my knives. So the cooking set came with new measuring spoons and cups, and I literally only had a couple spoons and a couple forks. So I got a whole new set. The set that I used to have was actually black, but I kind of miss the silver. So I did get a new air fryer. Yes, I did. You guys are probably like...
Remember the last one that she got was, I think it was Drew Barrymore. And fun fact, she got that right after some other YouTuber got the same thing.
You guys let me know that that air fryer got recalled, so thank you.
It's gorgeous. You guys have probably seen it before. It's from Drew Barrymore.
So I had an air fryer for a couple of years and it was actually recalled. So I got a new one and I'm so excited for this one because this is actually the brand from my most favorite freaking celebrity. One of my most favorites. Been a favorite since I was literally knee-high to a grasshopper. Like, so, and I have bought some of her makeup. What I'm trying to say is it's Drew Barrymore. Hi, Drew Barrymore.
So it was pretty clear at the time that Amberlynn was just basically copying that other YouTuber by getting the same air fryer. But, you know, Amberlynn loves celebrity endorsed products. But this time it's just a regular air fryer. So I hope it works.
Like, girl, why? Well, I love the air fryer that I had, but I was cleaning it and then I went to pick it up. I was bringing it into this shelf here because this is where I keep it when I'm not using it, and I dropped it and it completely broke and I could not fix it. It's okay. I got it.
She could not fix it, you guys. No matter how hard she tried with her technical expertise, she could not fix it, you know? And if she couldn't fix it, then it was clearly not fixable. I couldn't fix it. Shut up. Her trying to fix it was looking at it and then throwing it away.
A smaller air fryer because I'm only one person. I think this one's super cute. It's small and I love it. Hey guys, so it is the next day and I'm in the middle of getting ready. I did not film, actually wait, no, it's not the next day. It's 2 days later. I did not vlog yesterday, but I did do my what I ate today video, which was like a canceled what I ate today video. And I opened up to you guys a bit about how I'm feeling. I'm about to use.
So she clearly doesn't know in this video yet that that video got taken down.
And I opened up to you guys a bit about how I'm feeling. I'm about to use my new blush brush, which I'm super excited. So the blush that I use is NYX Buttermelt blush, which is great in the color But It Together. I'm thinking about getting some bronzer. I want to start using a little bit of bronzer as well. I used to use NYX bronzer, but it was so old, I got rid of it. But I like a little blush.
So this is what she thinks is a great vlog, you know? Like if she had her way, this would just be her vlogs, right? But she spends most of her time talking about rumors and reaction channels and drama. But if all of that stuff went away, this is what she would do. I don't get it. And of course, it's not really for me, so whatever. But she has nothing interesting to say about anything because she doesn't know much about anything. She doesn't have any anecdotes about anything because she doesn't do anything. So it would just be her talking about what she's doing in the moment, basically. So I don't see the appeal. Even if you like makeup and crap like that, I just don't see the appeal of watching her do it. There's so many other people that actually are interesting and have interesting things to say. But the good news is she really doesn't spend much time doing what she wants to do. She spends most of her time talking about drama and stuff, so.
I'm thinking a little bronzer would make me look less pale because your girl is kind of pale. But I'm not one to tan. I'm not much of a tanner. Like a natural tan, sure, but like tanning bed, no, probably wouldn't be able to fit. Let's be real.
I was gonna say, let's not even go there, but you said it, not me. It's so funny. She's so big, she needs life-saving medication, you know? She doesn't have heart problems yet, but it's so funny. See, and this is why when she does a video like the one that got taken down, where she is claiming that she is so sad and so scared, you guys, it's finally clicking that my weight is a serious issue. I just don't know what to do. And then she comes on and laughs because she can't fit in a tanning bed. This is why we can't take her seriously or believe anything she says. Because even when she's talking life or death situations, it's disingenuous.
That puts me in a good mood. But I do have bad news. If you guys have been watching my videos, I first talked about it in my weigh-in where I talked about how...
You know, the funny thing is I haven't heard her mention her hair yet. She's been talking about makeup and crap, but I haven't heard her hair. Okay, what the hell are we talking about? I have no idea. Okay, let's see.
I'm thinking about going back on a GLP-1, which is a weight loss injection. And then in my What I Ate Today video, I talked more about like where I'm at with that. The provider on there messaged me a bunch of questions. I'm going to show you guys the screenshots because I'm genuinely upset. So Zepbound was actually what I was going to be trying because it's great. It's one of the most effective weight loss injections, actually. So
the problem is, it doesn't really matter how effective it is. She doesn't stay on it long enough for it to do any good. Of course, she would have to be on it forever. That's just the bottom line. She would have to take it for the rest of her life. And sticking with things is really just not in her wheelhouse, I would say.
Provider actually messaged me with a bunch of questions because I have done semaglutide 3 times and they never asked me about like my gallbladder health. You fill out this like questionnaire and obviously you're going to be honest in it. And I said how in the past I have had gallbladder problems, and so they ended up messaging me all these questions also about like my cancer. And
just FYI, I realized that I missed the C word towards the end of the... And just FYI, here in a little while, I will realize that I missed where she said the C word. I'm not sure how I missed it, but I did.
About my gallbladder, so I responded. They denied me. They denied me.
So she is going to say that they denied her because of her gallbladder and C word journey. The problem is Amber lies so much, it's hard to know really what happened. But I mean, that seems reasonable for them to not want to risk somebody who has had the C word or, has gallbladder issues. But, who knows? Who knows what actually happened? It could be just as likely that she just decided she didn't want to do it and is using this as an excuse. So who knows?
Couldn't even believe it. I felt like I was punched in the heart, kicked in the gut, slapped in the face. Someone took my eyeball out. I was shitting, pissing, crying, and puking. What does Gen Z say? I'm over there puking in the corner. I was devastated. I just thought it would be easier to go through this telehealth company, but I might like see my physical provider, like the person that I see in person. So then maybe.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea, especially if you're going to be getting on a drug that is likely something you're going to have to take forever. Might be a good idea to talk to somebody in person and actually let them like do an examination or something,
Maybe they can like look at my gallbladder again and tell me like, can I go back on this injection? Like,
so if she really wants to do it, she'll just go to another med spa again. I mean, there are so many easy ways to get it now. Of course, it's expensive, but still, if she wants to do it, she will find a way to do it without too much trouble, really. Because, if it was hard, she wouldn't do it.
Aren't we supposed to be focusing on what risks are more like dire? Me having gallbladder problems is not going to kill me. I mean, it can, but my weight is going to be the issue here. So I wanted to respond, and I wanted to just be like, aren't we supposed to be focused?
It's funny that she says that now when reaction channels and haters and, all the trolls have been saying that basically her whole life. Like, hey, you might want to take your weight seriously. And it's never been an immediate issue, but now it's dire, you guys. It is really, really serious. And she's probably not wrong because all this stuff is going to catch up to her pretty quickly, but I still just don't think it really matters if she gets on a GLP-1 or whatever if she doesn't have help, because it's clear she can't do it on her own. She won't stick to it on her own, period. She just won't.
Focusing on like saving my life? Like, I don't understand. I just didn't reply. I mean, they gave me the freedom to continue asking questions, but really, what is there for me to ask at this point?
How crazy is it that she acts like she's known all along? Like, my weight is really serious. Can you believe that they didn't want to take my weight seriously? That's really, and it's really dangerous, you guys. Like, but you have not been saying that. Like, your whole life, you've never been saying that. You've been pretending like it wasn't a big deal. She acts like she's been saying that all along. But no, we have. That's us. We did that. We did that.
I did that. Crossing off the doctor's name. So as much as I hate the fact that I was denied, I do love the fact that they're diligent in their shit. Like, no one else has ever asked me about medical history in that regard. I would still give them a 5-star rating if I had to choose because I love the diligence. Like, that's important to have. I just hate the choice that they made. 2 things can happen at once.
Oh, all right. So I'm counting 2 things can be true. It's basically the same spirit. So we're going to count that.
I'm just so upset. Like, genuinely, I just feel super freaking defeated and overwhelmed. Twinkie's snoring. I'm going to let her take a nap. I'm going to finish getting ready. I really don't know what my next steps are, actually. So this is going to be a to be continued situation type deal. But I will say, like, I took the screenshots. I blocked out the doctor's name, all personal info and stuff like that. But Something didn't feel right with me sharing the screenshots because I feel like I overshare. I share too much. I share way too many personal things that no one would share on YouTube. So I'm trying very hard.
Well, and it's because she is so strong, you guys. She just deals with the hate. She's so graceful. Remember? She's very graceful.
My question to you, Amber, is how you still remain graceful in this situation, and as much as people dogpile on you, like how?
Things are a bit extreme, and I don't know how I'm so graceful. I don't know how I handle it. I genuinely don't, and I say that every single time. I think sometimes it's easier to fight war with peace instead of destruction.
So graceful, in fact, that basically everything she does, as far as like showing proof and everything, is all because she wants to satisfy the trolls and the haters and the reaction channels and stuff like that, because she knows that if she doesn't show anything, nobody will believe her. But if she does show something, it's likely going to be picked apart. And the proof that she usually shows is so stupid, and everything's marked out to where it's like, this is nothing. So while I think it sucks that she's not showing proof anymore, because it's kind of funny when she does, it's probably smart of her just to ignore it. But she won't be able to do that forever, you know? She will eventually start showing proof and giving in to the need to prove herself to the reaction channels before too long.
To hold back, stop oversharing, and try to just share the right amount. But trust me, your girl, she's going to be an advocate for herself. She ain't giving up.
Did she just say she's not giving up? I mean, giving up is the only thing she's ever really done consistently. But what she's saying there is, I don't care what the telehealth person says, I'm going to figure out a way to get it if I want it. But again, it's just such a waste of time and money because she won't stick with it. And I don't know how she doesn't get that by now.
All right, you guys, so this is my build that I've done in these last 2 weeks. And there is marbles. It actually works. And then there's like this cute little money.
So the pinball Lego thing, it's an off-brand, but it's $100. And you just wonder how many of these has she bought? Probably a freaking ton. I mean, the dinosaur was $250, so yeah, she's desperado, you guys.
That I've done in these last 2 weeks. And there is marbles.
Oh, and also this is a repeat of another bingo square because she mentioned Lego in the last scene and she's doing it again. So also, in case you were wondering, there is marbles.
And there is marbles. Actually works. And then there's like this cute little money that you can put in there. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Isn't that so cute? It's a pinball game. So the side looks like this.
When she talks about how busy she is, just remember this.
And you can actually push this. Isn't that cool? And then here's this side. So yeah, I absolutely love this one. Looks great. All right, you guys, so I know this vlog has been kind of meh, and that's okay. I'm just now getting over cellulitis. I'm also just now getting over...
You don't get to say, this vlog is meh, and that's okay. It's, this vlog is meh, and the viewers get to decide if that's okay. It's not okay.
Or like being in a low mental health. It has a mind of its own. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. Sometimes it's low, sometimes it's high. I mean, if you know, you know.
She would know. She's definitely an expert on everything.
No. I genuinely feel like I'm finally getting out of like going through a low mentally. I think it was like the whole cellulitis thing. Genuinely got to me. I was having a lot of anxiety and just things like that. And I feel like I'm feeling better. Like I feel like I can breathe again. Like I've been feeling defeated. I've been feeling like I'm drowning over just like so many different things that is like overwhelming me. And I finally feel like I can breathe again. So let's do our oracles for the three I chose.
She talks about mental health on such a like surface level that it's pretty clear she just repeats what she hears other people say or that she's read on the internet or something. I can't believe she didn't mention her hair in this. Man, I got a shitty card this time.
Chose today is Life Happens, The Wild Soul, Feminine Wisdom. I'm going to be shuffling these cards, but don't worry, I will be editing it out. I say this every single time just in case, you know, people don't watch all of my videos, but I do show the one shuffle that I choose a card from.
Her face is so serious. And if you saw my interview with the therapist, we talked about how Oracle and Tarot and things like that are really not that big a deal for somebody with like BPD or NPD or something like that. But if they do it enough, and if they take it too seriously, basically, that it can start becoming a problem. And if you think about it, especially somebody with like NPD, because they are convinced that the universe is telling them something, and then they can just sort of see what they want to see. So the universe could constantly be telling them they're perfect and that everything is great and just feed into their delusions. Does that sound familiar? Ooh, she was surprised by that one. Hang on, let's see. She said, ooh. Oh my gosh, she was not expecting that card.
So before I do my actual reading, I do want to give you guys another update on the whole GLP-1, me getting denied. I did end up messaging the doctor back. I really want to be an advocate for myself, and I really do feel like me.
And when she says I want to be an advocate for myself, she means I want to bug them until I get the answer that I want. And if I don't get it from them, I'll just find somebody who will give me the answer I want. I'm sure there are instances where it's good to be an advocate for yourself. And I think there are probably examples where people have been advocates for themselves, and because of that, they had some good experience happen that wouldn't have happened otherwise. But most people, I think, that say, I want to advocate for myself, they have sort of twisted that to be, I know what I want, and I'm just going to bug somebody until I get the thing that I want. And I'm not going to let it go. I'm just going to keep bugging until I get what I want. So I don't know, the advocate for myself, it really could be kind of dangerous if you get it in the head of the wrong person, you know?
Being on it has more of a positive impact versus them denying me because maybe I might have a gallstone, gallbladder reoccurrence. So I wanted to make that vocal. I want to see what they say. And if it's like a final, like X, no, girl, you are denied, then I'm just going to go to my primary doctor and see what
See, if they said no, I'll just find somebody who will do it.
he has to say, because we can monitor my gallbladder if that's the case. Like whether I get it through telehealth, whether I get it in person, like it doesn't matter. Like let's monitor my gallbladder. Like, I don't know. I just wanted to give that update before the end of this vlog. And if that doctor replies or whatever updates I have, that will definitely be in my next weigh-in video. All right, so let's get into this. So I got secrets. We got the caterpillar potential. The caterpillar, a creature on the brink of transformation, symbolizes potential, growth, and the promise of new beginnings. It represents the early stages of development where change is imminent but not yet realized. This card encourages you to recognize and nurture your potential. The caterpillar reminds you that growth takes time and not every phase of development is important. You are full of potential and now is the time to nurture it. So this card, discipline, consistent effort and order. Okay, I see what.
Discipline. Whoever gave Amberlynn Reed a deck of cards with the word discipline in it, they don't get to work at the Oracle store anymore.
I see what's going on right now. Choose discipline. Pair it with consistency and watch magical things unravel. The only way towards your desired life is through continuous effort, hard work, and constant actions outside of your comfort zone. I love when the universe literally speaks to me. Self-discipline is an...
See, this is the problem. These Oracle cards are feeding into her delusion that the universe is telling her basically just whatever she wants to hear.
inner strength that needs to be practiced constantly. You are invited to review your current lifestyle, thoughts, habits, and repeating patterns that stopped serving you a long time ago. The time has come to reorganize your life, take necessary changes, face the hard truths, and apply the knowledge you already hold within. I'm obsessed with this reading. I'm strong.
Oh, obsessed. Oh, man. I'm not. Oh, wait. She talked about the C word. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know how I didn't notice her saying the C word earlier. I even said it. But still, I don't think we're going to get a bingo. I did get a crappy card this time.
Enough to break my bad habits. I am capable of self-discipline.
You're not. You're not. Stop. Oh my God. You're not capable of self-discipline. Shut up. There you go. This is the problem, right? She reads this stupid fucking card, and now she is empowered to continue not getting help.
I love this. This is definitely the energy I needed to go into a new week. So this is just flat out obvious.com. Like it's literally written out in the cards and in the guidebooks. There's a lot I need to change in my life. I have the potential to do so, and I need to be self-disciplined enough to do it. And I think this right here is talking a lot about...
That may be the single most delusional thing I have ever heard Amberlynn Reed say. I just need to have the self-discipline to do it. How on Earth, Mars, or Venus does she think she's going to all of a sudden have the ability to conjure up self-discipline at this stage in her life? She has never had a single ounce of self-discipline. Where is it going to come from? I'm lying to myself. It says it right here, Amber. It says you're lying to just listen to yourself. You're lying to yourself. You have no self-discipline. There's none to draw from. So you can't just all of a sudden start doing it.
The things that are holding me back, the things that I'm not sharing with you guys. And I tried to recently do that, but YouTube said, girl, we're not allowed to talk about those things on here. And that's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, at least she just rolled with it instead of playing the victim. That's good.
That's fine. But I think this card is definitely just like, Amberlynn, like there's a lot of things that you're not telling YouTube, things that you're not even being honest with yourself. Like you're not being honest with yourself. And what makes you think you're going to be able to be honest out loud if you can't do that, like within yourself? It's like my brain constantly wants to tell me, oh, I got this, oh, I got this, oh, I got this. But I'm just lying to myself and I'm lying to you guys when I say that. I need help, whether that's mentally, emotionally, with a weight loss injection, with a dietitian, with my therapist, with my primary doctor.
So I will say that is great that she says, I need help. But I will be flabbergasted if she actually goes through with getting help and actually sticking with help. Because, I mean, self-discipline. You know, she's got that. The universe told her. So, I mean, she says the right things, you know, every once in a while she'll say the right thing, like, I need help, but she doesn't do it.
I need help from literally everyone. This was genuinely such a freaking good reading. I'm obsessed. Girl, the caterpillar and consistent effort in order. Girl, yes. This like literally just like sparked something inside of me that's like, yes, continue being that advocate. Yes. Like I am on the way of good things. And that kind of looks like me if I'm skinny. Look at the bun. Look at the bun.
And the sad thing is, she really thinks that this is going to be some turning point in her life. As frustrating and as silly and annoying as it is, it's sad because she, in this moment, she really thinks that this is a turning point, that getting the caterpillar card and getting the self-discipline card is telling her this is the moment. This is when it clicks. And in a month, we're going to be right back where we were, just like always. Nothing is going to change because she's not going to stick to the help. She's going to seek it out probably a little bit at the beginning. And the funny thing is, I want to say, maybe this time's different. You know, maybe this time she will actually stick with help. She sure seems like she's serious this time. But how many times have we said that? How many times have we seen this? It's just never going to happen. I just don't think it will. And I hope she proves me wrong, but I just don't see it happening ever.
We're literally wearing the same bun. Anyways, I hope that you guys did enjoy this vlog and it was kind of but I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Got her. So being denied GLP-1 is like, whatever. She will figure out a way to take it if she wants it. And in the long run, it still doesn't matter because she's not going to stick with it. Like if there's any side effects or anything like that, she just gives up. And I hate to say it, but she loves food too much. And once she gets to the point where she doesn't want that food anymore, I think she misses it. I think she gets to the point, it's almost like somebody who is on substances, right? And then they go to a clinic to get prescribed medication that helps wean them off of that. While they're on the new substance that's supposed to help them get away from the bad stuff, they yearn for that feeling that they had. It's difficult to get them away from, even though their body doesn't need it anymore, mentally, they still crave it. They still want it because they know what it felt like. And that's why even when you get them on the medicine that's supposed to get them off of the bad stuff, the worst stuff, they're constantly thinking about what it was like when they were chasing the dragon, basically, if you know what that term means. I just don't think the GLP-1 thing is really going to make much difference in the long run, whether she does it or not. I think just like always, in a month or two, we're going to be right back where we were. And unfortunately, I think by the time she really does decide to make a change, and when it really does click, it'll be past the point where she's really able to do much about it. She'll be 40-ish, and all of those health conditions that she is claiming not to have now will have caught up to her. And then what? Because she can talk the talk all she wants. She's done it for 12 years. But once she actually has to put in effort and make a change, she just won't. So I hope she proves me wrong. No joke. As horrible of a person as she is, I don't wish her any ill will. I don't want anything to happen to her. I hope she proves me wrong. I'm just not gonna hold my breath, you know? So anyway, I appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.